So, okay, let's get real about this. You ever find yourself stuck staring at your screen and thinking, wait, how did this project turn into such a mess? Yeah, if you're building solo with AI agents, Claude Code, Cursor, whatever, you've probably been there. And if you haven't yet, buckle up because this is the one mistake I see solo devs make more than anything else. Not gonna lie, I've done it too. Just real quick, I'm Daniel. I've been living in the iOS trenches for over 8 years. Started out freelancing, working with clients, bouncing between all sorts of projects. But after Dub 25, I went all in on solo dev life. Since then, I've crafted over 10 of my own apps, started building everything in public, and honestly, right now, pretty much all my energy goes into making this solo studio into something that lasts, not just another round of quick MVPs or AI slop, the kind of apps that actually scale up. And yeah, I'm sharing every bit of that on Crafters Lab. It isn't just another tutorial site or some AI clone farm. This is my actual home base. It's for solo devs who want to use AI like a real teammate, not like a vending machine. If you're serious about leveling up, building with care, and making apps that actually last, you'll feel right at home. And yeah, if you're still hanging on with Patreon, huge thanks. But heads up, everything's have moved over to crafterslab.dev. That's where it's all happening now. So come be part of the crew. Would love to have you building with us. All right, so here's the heart of it. The single biggest mistake I see with solo devs using AI coding agents, it's letting the tool lead. No joke. It's the vending machine mindset. You get stuck, you toss a prompt at Claude or Cursor, and then you just sort of follow whatever comes out. It's so tempting. The docs, the blog posts, the YouTube hype all say, just prompt it, let the agent build your app, ship in a weekend. But here's where it goes sideways. You give up the wheel, and suddenly your repo turns into a mashup of Wikipedia clippings and Stack Overflow paste jobs. I mean, how many times have you looked at your own project and thought, why is there a services folder here? Why is this file called helper? You don't even remember asking for half these patterns, right? That's what happens when you go full autopilot. The AI is not dumb, but it's not you. It just grabs the safest, most average answer from its data and drops it into your stack. Suddenly, your project feels generic. There's no soul in it, nothing that really fits your weird habits or your vision for what you actually wanted to build. And the worst part, when you hit a real bug or you need to refactor or you want to ship something new, you're lost. You don't know why anything is the way it is because honestly, you didn't make the big calls. You just let the AI do it. I've been there. It's messy. It feels fast in the moment, but it just piles up debt for future you. That's the trap. So here's what flips everything. The AI, you treat it like a junior dev, not the CTO. You're the product lead. You set the vision. You don't just ask, hey, Claude, what should I do next? You say, here's what I want. Here's why it matters for this app. Here's the vibe I'm going for. You start every session by setting the scene. You spell out your goals, your constraints, your weird rules. You make sure you know what done means before you ever let the AI touch your repo. And then, yeah, you use the agent to explore options, but you're the one making the decisions. Need to pick a stack? Ask for a few pros and cons, then decide for yourself. Need to architect a feature? Get the agent to map out options, but you pick what fits your workflow, not just what sounds good on paper. It takes a little longer at first, but the payoffs are huge. You know your project inside and out. You know why each file is there. You can debug, refactor, extend, or rip stuff out because you actually understand the skeleton of your app. And honestly, the coolest part, over time, the AI starts learning your style. If you always brief it on your rules, your vibe, your SLC mindset, it stops spitting out boilerplate and starts working like a teammate. It's not perfect, but it gets closer every session. But you have to lead. And look, if you ever catch yourself just hitting go and waiting for magic, hit pause. Don't ask the agent what to do next. Tell it what you're building. The agent is there to back you up, not to be the one running the project. Let's get real. The second you start drifting into do it for me mode, you lose your place. You stop remembering why you made choices. Your repo turns into this mystery maze, and honestly, that's how you burn out or end up with something you don't even want to ship. So here's how I fight that. Every big decision, I write down why I did it. Sometimes it's a scratch note in rules.md. Sometimes it's an update to Claude.md or just a comment right in the code. Every time I make a big call, file structure, feature, even just a little quirk, I jot down why. When I brief my agent, I reference those docs. I don't expect the AI to get my style by magic. I actually teach it, just like I'd onboard a new dev. The wild part is, once you get in this habit, you stop feeling lost. You can jump back into a project after a month and you know exactly what's going on. And the AI, it follows your lead, not the other way around. You get to keep your weird habits, your indie vibe, your unique style. That's what actually makes your app yours. And real talk, whenever I hear someone say, yeah, the AI just made a mess of my code, my first question is, did you actually tell it what you wanted? Or did you just hit go and hope for the best? Most of the time, it's the second one. So, yeah, don't give up the wheel, even if you're tired, even if the hype says, just let the agent run the show. You're the builder, the AI is the coder. That's the power move. And yeah, if you're still hanging out here at the end, honestly, you're a legend. For real. For all the noise about AI tools and agent workflows, at the end of the day, it's still just you staring at your repo, making the call about what ships and what gets tossed out. That's not changing, no matter how fancy the tools get. And yeah, check out crafterslab.dev. It's not just some tutorial dump, it's not another AI clone farm, it's honestly my home base. I built it for solo devs who treat AI like a real teammate, not just a button you smash when you're stuck. And, it's packed. You get full walkthroughs, like actual short video tutorials, a ton of Claude Code skills in the pipe, and yeah, resources means straight up downloadable zips you can drop right into your project. Members get to actually riff in the comments, ask follow ups, go back and forth. And yeah, that's just the start because the real core is the Notion team spaces. My live playbook, members get a front row seat to my command center, every app I'm building, all the .md files I'm actually using on real projects, the prompt library, the docs I'm writing as I go, and all the automations I'm wiring up behind the scenes. There's a full curated Swift and SwiftUI library team space too, not just some pile of old auto-generated files, but real up-to-date stuff. It's packed with the kind of deep dive keynotes and private talks I paid some $100 for, honestly. You won't find any of this in the public training data. This is all the modern, real world code I use myself to fine tune models and build out my own custom MCPs for Claude Code, for Cursor, all of it. There's a bunch of different ways to use it, and I'm always experimenting, always posting about it in the lab. And then there's Ops Lab. It's where I build and share all my Notion, AI agent instructions, Notion templates, the Claude Code skills, the workflows, automations, all wired up and ready for you to copy, tweak, totally break, and make your own. The whole point is to keep the indie stack connected so you don't feel like you're building in a silo, even if you're solo at the keyboard. So, yeah. If you want to get in before it gets busy and prices start moving, now's kind of the sweet spot. The crew's still small, super hands-on, and honestly, it feels way more like a behind-the-scenes dev lounge than some giant faceless forum. Would love to see you in there, swap some stories, maybe even learn something from what you're building next. So keep building, keep tweaking, and don't forget AI tools are cool, but your app is yours. Peace.